That's it.
Yeah, what can they possibly do at this late date?
Yeah.
The result is the result.
So
I don't like it, but
result? In April, the DC Commission made the unusual but not unique ruling that Jack's result for the fight would still be a
Jack
draw.
is a draw. It was a draw.
For
Jack, it was a draw.
Facts record, but Bute's result would be a loss by disqualification.
That's Washington D.C. Commission.
And another unusual twist when so the box rec thing is unnecessary. The
box
fight
facts.
So it's a disqualification for a loss but a draw.
Yes.
So two different results,
dude.
dude.
That ever.
Never.
And that's why box rec kind of hard.
That's a bullshit, man. It's absolute bullshit. Okay.
When you come back,
so what should it be?
I'm going to put this on you when you come back.
Okay.
I'm going to clip it to you. Tomorrow, when he comes back,
what's the name?
Just make sure you don't introduce him while we're putting the headset on. When he comes back, when we're putting the headset on, I guess just don't introduce him as we're doing it.
Okay. You don't have to introduce me at all.
No, not that. Okay, so seriously, what happened here? Disqualification or... So what should it have been? Disqualification. It should be no contest. Positive drug test.
Then you're penalizing Jack.
Well, that's what it usually is, though. When a fighter loses... How can one fighter have a disqualification loss and the other one a draw?
It should be one ruling, make it one or the other. I don't like the lose disqualification 12. I don't like that.
No. So it should be a draw? See, you can't be...
Or a no contest.
That's a no contest. It should be a no contest.
If
it's a draw, it should be...
You're penalizing Jack
by
making it a no contest.
Oh, because it's a draw. That's why it's so rare. Yeah.
See, I don't know that it's ever happened before where fighters tested positive in a world title fight.
Yeah.
In a draw. I don't know that.
Yeah.
That's why this is unique. That's starting.
If we talk a little bit about the fight on Selby and Warrington, is there anything to say on that? At 5 o'clock. Selby's the champion, one loss, right? Who's he lost to? Okay, so Warrington's undefeated. Battle of compatriots, or are they from different parts?
Selby's Welsh.
Okay.
So you can say they're both from UK. And, it's a big fight for Selby because ahead could be a showdown with Northern Ireland versus Frampton comes alive.
Frampton. All right, I like that. The featherweight's one of the deepest divisions, right?
But,
even light heavyweight's
deepest.
deepest.
To a lot of what's going on between this fight, the Maurice rematch.
Yep. I mean, please.
Do you have any news?
I'm sorry. What a
Jimmy and Buffalo has so much better.
Oh, yeah. The sound, the fake voice. Hey. And he's just too eager for my thing. He's like, you know what else? And then on TV. Like, come on, man. Like, all kidding aside, must work for me. Man, oh man, it's been an emotionally draining week, my friend.
I'm sure.
I wish I had more time to just do this.
What are you doing? Where are you going from here?
New York to do way more media, and then the thing on Tuesday, but after that.
Well, be fresh and bright for Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be an
tough
emotional
one.
night.
And then I got to leave on a plane the next morning. Well, we're going to do some shit. Are you coming?
Of course.
Oh, good.
Bring
the wife? Good, that's awesome.
We both can't wait.
I appreciate it.
You know, it's a compelling story if it was about.
Well, you've been a champion for me since the beginning,
continue to be.
so I appreciate that, sir.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Love all you guys. Says a lot about everybody here.
Come on, guys, don't get all mushy.
A little hug.
That's nice. I like that. That's
You're
fun.
Italian. You know, you can never say
What's up, woman? No.
Italiano. My father used to cry watching me with the beef.
Did he? Your dad? See, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Guy, you know.
That is awesome, though. My dad never would.
No, and he was Italian.
And he was. That's what I mean, though. The other side of the Italian.
Yeah.
Yes, they do, though, man. The real fuck you. Exactly. The one
Like
extreme
I
to the next.
have one of my uncles.
Yep.
He'll break your head over. He'll
Yep.
cry over it.
Exactly.
And then I have
Exactly.
and then my grandpa.
Yep.
You're looking in the wrong
Thank
place.
you.
Yep. Yep. No, you're right about that.
Turn your head to the left and the right. So you got some type of flexibility. Wait, can you listen up to it? Good. That's cool. More, I'm just need you to throw this on real quick and sound check is going. I'll pass it over your head.
You. Merci. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you hear me, Paul?
Yep.
Yep. I can hear Paul.
I'll see you on stage.
Test.
Sorry, Flo.
How are you, brother?
Till they start?
No, they started. We're running a promo.
So 2 minutes till he starts?
Yes,
Great.
about two and a half minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll give you.
I'm going to tell Team JoJo to come around now.
I yawn like crazy. And I compare myself to Barry, who's not 80, 77, 78 years old. You haven't seen him sound tired? That's amazing. Yes. That's how he lives. This is it, right? Two fighters. Scoring. They're calling it home right now. I just know.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay fit, man.
What's up, Jimmy? Good, how are you doing? Great to be with you.
Yeah, basically.
How are you? Thank you. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and indeed we welcome you to the MGM National Harbor for the official weigh-in for our main event of the evening, an evening where Showtime showcases 3 world title bouts originating from 3 different countries. Tomorrow night's main event is brought to you by TGB Promotions in association with Golden Boy Promotions and Showtime. And we're sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, and Casa Noble Tequila, the Noble Pursuit. Our main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing and a mandatory for the WBC Featherweight Championship of the World. And at this time, we invite our fighters to the stage. First, ladies and gentlemen, we have the undefeated challenger from Downey, California. His fine record, 26-0 with 14 knockouts. He is ranked the WBC #1 featherweight in the world. Please welcome the challenger, Joseph Jojo Diaz. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, we invite to the stage at this time the defending world champion from Capitol Heights, Maryland. 28-1 with 17 knockouts is his record. Here is the reigning and defending WBC featherweight champion of the world, Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Well, fans, tomorrow night's World Championship attraction is sanctioned by the WBC along with the Maryland State Athletic Commission. We'll invite our fighters to the scale at this time. Weight limit 126 pounds. First, once again, ladies and gentlemen, here's the challenger, former U.S. Olympian making his first attempt at a world title, the undefeated Joseph Jojo Diaz. 126 pounds for Joseph Jojo Diaz, right up the featherweight limit, 126 pounds. And here's the defending champion, former U.S. Olympian making the fourth defense of his title, the WBC featherweight champion of the world, Mr. Gary Russell Jr. 125.5 pounds for Gary Russell Jr., 125.5 pounds. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the main event of the evening. 12 rounds, WBC Featherweight Championship of the World. The fighters facing each other for the final time before they meet in the center of the ring tomorrow night for the WBC Featherweight Championship of the World. And in just a moment, Hall of Famer Steve Farhood will be interviewing both of the fighters. We do want to bring to your attention, we have the remaining weigh-ins to take place immediately following. Don't go away. A full night of action, 7 bouts in total. Once again, here's Steve Farhood.
So, Jojo Diaz, you told us earlier that when you were a little kid, you dreamed about fighting for the featherweight title on the East Coast on Showtime.
Yes.
The other part of that dream is that you win the title. Tell me how you're going to do that.
You'll see Saturday night. Saturday night, I'm going to be the bigger man in there. I made the weight. Now it's time to go and hydrate. The training went well. My conditioning is good. My strength's there. I'll be the bigger man right now. I'm going to walk down Gary Russell, break him down physically and mentally. I'll be the new champion come Saturday night, baby.
To do that, Jojo, obviously you're going to have to deal with Gary Russell's exceptional speed. That's speed that you acknowledge.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I respect Gary Russell's speed, but at the end of the day, man, speed's not going to beat everything. You have to have the right timing, and I have the right timing, and I'm able to adapt and adjust to any style. And you're going to see that come Saturday night. Gary Russell Jr., he is fast, and I respect that. We're going to give the fight fans a hell of a fight. Come Saturday night, everybody come in, tune in at the MGM. If everybody's on the East Coast, come on down to the MGM. If not, watch live on Showtime. We're ready, baby.
Good sales job. Good luck, Jojo.
camera's right there, Gary. So, Gary, the champion, the defending champion, defending at home. We all know about your speed. Your dad was talking to us earlier that because of JoJo's style, we might see your one-punch power in this fight. Describe why.
I feel as though that I am the best fighter in the division, hands down. JoJo Diaz just stated that. I feel as though if I shouldn't be going the distance with anyone in my division. If I do, I'd be disappointed with myself. I don't plan on going the distance. We ain't going 12.
Gary, JoJo's very exuberant, very excited about this shot. He's young, he's undefeated, and he's very hungry. What keeps you hungry at this point in your career?
What keeps me hungry? My family, my friends, my true fans that come out here and support me. I love y'all. I get my energy from that. I draw my energy. A lot of my opponents say when they're in the ring with me, they feel like they're getting jumped, they're getting hit by multiple people. And a lot of that is because when my true fans see me in the streets and they shake my hand, you know, and they genuinely acknowledge me for the individual in which that I am, I bring that into the ring with me. So y'all rumbling with me when we rumbling. Keep that in mind. Of course.
Thank you, Gary. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mo?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a loaded undercard. The doors open up at 6 o'clock for a spot inside the ring at 6:30 as we have a matchup. This in the bantamweight division. Please welcome a 45 veteran from Mexico City, Jonathan Lecona. And Heights, Maryland, a member of the famed Russell, Gary Antonio Russell. Gary undefeated 10-0 with 8. Brought to you by TGB Promotions and sponsored by Corona Extra La Cerveza Más Fina. A big night of action. First onto the scale, we have Jonathan Lecona. Also stand by Russell and Rodriguez. Russell and Rodriguez stand by. $119.2 for Lecona. $119.2 for Jonathan Lecona. And now on to the scale, Gary Antonio Russell. $118.6 for Russell. 118.6 for Russell. It is Russell and Lecona, part of a loaded undercard tomorrow night here at MGM National Harbor. All brought to you by TGB Promotions. It is Russell and Lecona. This is 6 rounds or less in the bantamweight division. As Gary Antonio Russell looking to elevate his record to 11-0. Now we have a matchup in the junior welterweight division. Please welcome from Santo Domingo, República Dominicana. 9 wins, 2 losses, 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Wilmer Rodriguez. And his opponent from Capitol Heights, Maryland. He's undefeated, 4 wins, all of those coming by way of KO. Please welcome Gary Antoine Russell. $142.8 for Rodriguez. 142.8 for Rodriguez. And his opponent, Gary Antoine Russell. Also stand by Brady and Martin. Brady and Martin stand by. Now on to the scale, Gary Antoine Russell. 137.2 for Russell. 137.2 for Russell. Also stand by Brady and Martin. Brady and Martin stand by. This is Russell and Rodriguez. They collide tomorrow night here at MGM National Harbor. Brought to you by TGB Promotions. It is Showtime Championship Boxing. Now we have a matchup in the super lightweight division. Please welcome from Chula Vista, California. 30 wins, 10 of those coming by way of knockout against 9 losses and 3 bouts. Even, ladies and gentlemen, here is Christopher Martin. Christopher Martin on the scale. 128.4 for Martin. 128.4 for Martin. And his opponent, he's undefeated, 10 wins, 4 of those coming inside the distance. Here is Kobaya Brady. Also stand by Alim and De Angel. Alim and De Angel stand by. $128.2 for Brady. 128.2 for Kobaya Brady. Don't forget, tickets still available at the M-Light office or also Ticketmaster.com. Martin and Brady, they square off tomorrow night here at MGM National Harbor. It is a loaded night of action. Showtime Championship Boxing, brought to you by TGB Promotions. Now we have a contest in the middleweight division, 10 rounds scheduled. Please welcome from Barranquilla, Colombia, 20 victories, 18 of those by way of knockout against 8 losses and 1 bout even. Please welcome Juan Carlos de Angel. $169.4 for the Angel. 169.4 for the Angel. And his opponent, 17 victories, 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emmanuel Alim. Stand by, Quarles and Monterosa. Quarles and Monterosa, stand by. $163.6 for Alim. $163.6 for Alim. Emmanuel Lima and Juan Carlos de Angel, a part of a loaded night of action. It is all brought to you by TGB Promotions. This is Alim and de Angel. They will face off tomorrow night here at MGM National Harbor. Tickets start as low as $50. Get them now as they are going quickly. Now we have a matchup in the middleweight division. Please welcome from Barranquilla, Colombia, 38 wins, 30 of those coming by way of knockout against 17 losses and 1 bout even. Hailing from Barranquilla, Colombia, Fidel Monterosa. $160.6 for Monterosa. $160.6 for Monterosa. And his opponent fighting out of Alexandria, Virginia. 18 wins, 4 losses, 1 bout even, 9 wins coming by way of knockout. This is Brandon Quarles. $157.8 for Quarles. $157.8 for Brandon Quarles. Also stand by, Simmons and Davis. Simmons and Davis stand by. And now we have a matchup in the cruiserweight division, 4 rounds scheduled. Please welcome, looking for his first professional victory, Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis on the scale. 172.6 for Davis. 172.6 for Davis. And his opponent, he's undefeated, 2 wins. One of those coming by way of knockout. Here is Ruben Simmons. $166.8 for Simmons. 166.8 for Simmons. This is Simmons and Davis. Doors open up at 6 o'clock for a spot inside the ring at 6:30. It is Showtime Championship Boxing here at MGM National Harbor. All brought to you by TGB Promotions and sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out to the weigh-in. We will see you tomorrow for a big night of action. It's all highlighted by Gary Russell Jr. defending his world championship against Joseph Diaz Jr.